The Swofford Career Center sign on the front lawn.
CTE and SPED collaboration at Swofford Career Center, Part 3.
An outdoor fountain. Students seated at computers. A student waxing a car.
I think that you have to first start with what do you believe? And I know my personal belief is that every child can learn.
A student mixing paint. Students working at a table.
I think one of the benefits, other than the education employment class for our freshmen, is that if they have specific concerns
Carmen Knight, special education teacher at Swofford Career Center.
about a student or the way that a student learns, they come to us and we're able to give them information about their disability. A lot of times we can explain that that student is a visual learner, so it would be better to present pictures and visuals to the student. But we really just collaborate anytime there's a need, even if it's a special ed student or just a gen ed student, to assist the student to learn better. We're just available as a support to the gen ed teacher.
We recently went on a tour to Milliken,
Ashley Bendel, District 2 Transition Coordinator.
which is a company in the upstate, which typically in the past has not hired students without high school diplomas, but because what they see that we're doing in our area, they're willing to, form apprenticeships with students and really kind of teach them to be able to fulfill the job expectations and not worry about the educational expectations that have been there. So I think it's been very positive.
Students seated at computers.
I think being in a general ed setting is crucial for students, especially for our students with low incidence disabilities who, have been in self-contained classes since they were little, for instance. Being around the general ed population and seeing what the expectations are, because, we say a general ed population, but that's what's expected in the real world. You are being a part of basically general education when you go into the real world. It is not adapted for people with disabilities. So knowing, what they're going to need to do to overcome any kind of obstacles that they see, I think that's been the biggest advantage of them being out here, because oftentimes they don't get a lot of experience in the general education population in their school. So here, it's just like being in the real world.
Yeah, it's definitely been a huge learning curve for me. You can't expect everybody to be the head painter.
Matt Sanders, auto collision teacher at Swofford Career Center, seated in front of someone working on a car in a garage.
Just like in a band, everybody ain't gonna be the lead singer. But without the band, the whole program doesn't work. So that's what's unique about having a good group of kids and mixing it up, because you need all aspects of it.
So I think really collaborating and planning with all members of the team is crucial. Having administrators who are supportive and have a high expectation for all students, that's critical, and really having a top-down approach, because that was one thing that I will say that we've missed in the past. We didn't maybe have the support and buy-in from some administrators, and that made it more difficult because, if you don't have a top-down approach, you just don't get support at all.
Well, at the end of the day, it makes your school stronger, in my opinion.
Greg Loveless, principal at Swofford Career Center.
You see qualities in staff that you maybe didn't know was there. I think it has somewhat of a unifying effect with the staff. I also think that it creates a feeling among the staff that they're all our kids, and that we need to provide the very best opportunity so that every student here is able to reach their full potential. I'm blessed in that our staff believes the same thing.
You just have to give it a try. You can't think about all the possible things that could go wrong, because, there are a million things that could go wrong. But if you give it a try and you just try to overcome any kind of obstacles that you encounter as they come up, that's really the key to being successful, to just put the kids in there and let them be who they are.
To view the brief and full report, you can go to www.hiremesc.org/educators. Special thanks to the Swofford Career Center, Spartanburg District 1 and Spartanburg District 2. This program is funded by the Administration for Community Living through the Hire Me SC initiative.